Normal looks the best, to be honest. Let me just go back here. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start the video right off the bat because I'm getting really tired. So very important to realize is multiple things that I've covered almost everything. So there's only some stuff that I need to cover. So what I need to be focused on moving forward is the following, is exactly what I'm about to tell myself basically. So the first thing that I have to focus on as I'm doing anything, right, tomorrow, today, basically what I'm focusing on from here on out is basically my voice, how my voice needs to be, tuning my voice. Something else is style hacks. I can find that out on Pinterest, on many other sites. So basically seeing what looks best on me in the summers on the beach, what looks best on me here and there. So just very importantly that I need to know what to focus on, and knowing what to focus on is a very important aspect in improving. So I need to improve these aspects about myself. Don't stay looking loserish on the beach, for example. Don't stay looking loserish in the gym, for example. Be a really everything. Focus on making everything that I do look very good. Everything that I do needs to look very good looking. The way I shower, the way I take everything, the way I do anything needs to be very good looking, and focusing on that will actually automatically make everything that I do very good looking, is by moving slower. So basically the rules that come under that is moving much slower, in terms of my prayers, in terms of how I move, in terms of responding to people. And something else that I also want to do is holding my ground and looking important. So as of right now, I need to focus on looking better during fights, or not getting mad or provoked with the other person. Because when I get mad or provoked with the other person, it is what the other person wants me to feel. It is what the other person, I basically gave them the reaction they wanted, and now I'm like a trash bag for their emotions. So they're not feeling very well. They come and they want to put their shit on you. If I let them do that, that means I'm letting myself become a disposal bag. Reflect what they're doing with a ridiculing sense. Always ridicule the other person. Always ridicule the other person. Now, why do I say ridicule? Is because that is the best way to look superior to the other person. Is to ridicule them, is to make fun of their emotions and how they feel and what they are, and making fun of their unimportance. Basically, ridiculing people to the point where I actually believe that they don't mean shit. And if they don't mean shit, that means I don't get mad at whatever it is that they're saying. Only when people mean shit to you is when you're gonna get mad. And when you get mad, a lot of people try to trigger that reaction because nobody gives a fuck about them. So outside, a lot of people try and trigger you because they just want to feel like you give a shit about them, whether it's negative or positive. Don't give those people the benefit of making them feel important. Never give them the benefit of making them feel important. Those people are not important. Their mothers and fathers never thought they were important. So why the fuck should I think that they're important by any means? Those people are not important. And by me behaving like they're not important, that means they're not important. If they were important, they wouldn't use triggering to make people give a shit about them, or give it a shit about their life. So just have that, and have an intimidating look to my face. Have a much stronger look to my face. Don't lose the funny eyes. I'm not saying that. Have a funny look on my face. I really like it, as a matter of fact. I really like looking like I'm funny, and just have a very strong aspect to the way I talk as well, and have so much confidence in myself. At this point, by the way, Shamus, I'm a doctor at this point. I got accepted to doctor school. Why am I feeling like the other person is of any importance to me anymore? What I think is important. I've worked so hard on myself, and I don't need somebody's validation or somebody's thoughts to actually make me feel better. I know who I am, and I know what makes me feel better, and I know how can I make myself feel better. What makes me feel better is giving that need of validation to myself. I don't need other people to give me validation, even if it was my mom. Fuck it, even if it was my mom. Who the fuck said your mom is always right? Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said your father's always right? I'm responsible and I look into my own actions and judge whether they're right or wrong. Nobody else has the right to do that but me, and nobody is more correct than me. So focus on that, and focus on hacks, and whenever I'm feeling uncomfortable, what do I need to do? Because feeling uncomfortable is inevitable. Feeling mad is inevitable. Feeling this way is inevitable. Just see and seek ways to actually work on when feeling when those feelings arise, look into things to do for myself. But what do I need to do here? What do I need to do there? So my hands keep going up, and I need to coach myself. So the first thing that I have to do, is never let my voice dip. Never let my voice dip, regardless of whether the case is. Never like let it dip in a normal way, but don't let it dip femininely. That's one. Two, never behave feminine. Okay, never behave feminine like. Let me just like no, fucking fuck that. Never behave feminine. Feminine means weakness, and it just simply doesn't look good on me. It could look good on other people. I'm not saying it can't look good on other people. It could look good, but it just doesn't look good on me. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that always coach myself. Regardless of what I do, coach myself. So right now my hands are a little bit up. Tell myself, hands down, and continue on talking, okay? Move my head more. What else? Use the length of my mouth, okay? And also use my eyebrows. It just makes it look like it's more natural, more like it's like I'm actually talking, I'm not pretending per se. Another thing is make it more natural, and that's gonna come with time. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come with time. It will definitely come with time. And put my hands down here, like down. When I'm talking, put my hands down like this to portray dominance. Portray dominance, and also looks better. It looks way better. There's no reason for me to be talking with my hands up here. It just doesn't look good. Have my hands down here or to the side, and use one of my hands more than the other one. And I've noticed something else. If I'm using one hand, make sure it's resting. Don't be like up here. No, just make sure my hand is resting before I actually use it. Because see, look, it feels a lot better when I use my hands resting down here. There is no reason for me to pull up my hand up here. There's no problem putting my hand up here every once in a while. But it's so important to keep my hands down here because it just simply looks better. It just looks better that way. Another thing is keep looking around 90% of the time. Reconnect only 10% of the time. And I'm being so serious right now. So that's another thing. Add masculinity to the way I talk. Add strength and male attractiveness to my eyes. There's a lot of things that I have to do. Talk a lot slower. Talk with a swing to my sound. Something else is that I'm heated. I'm fucking overheated. Heighten my self-esteem, and something else that I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. Take a breaths with the new way that I'm doing it. So basically taking a breath like this. You know what I mean? Making it more masculine sounding. You know what I mean? Not feminine. No, that's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying restricting my breathing at all. Just coach it. But don't restrict it. Don't feel uncomfortable as I'm doing it. That's not what I'm saying at all. You know what I mean? Don't do that to myself. Another thing is the way I look around. There's some topic that I want. Yeah. Control my emotions. My emotions have to be controlled. Don't be provoked with the other person. Don't catch on the other person's energy. Do not. I'm saying this is very important. Do not catch on the other person's energy. If the other person is mad, I don't need to be mad. If the other person is happy, I don't need to be happy. If the other person is feminine, I don't need to be feminine. If the other person is talking so fast, I don't need to be talking so fast. And that is what gives me power over the other person. It gives me power because I am not being affected by their energy. Okay? It's as simple as it could sound. I'm not being affected by their energy. That means I have my own unit. I'm not gonna get affected by you. You can fuck yourself. I'm not gonna change myself. You're gonna actually go on my terms. When I'm talking to somebody else that's Arabic, don't catch on to their accent. Don't catch on to the way they talk. Don't catch on to the way they say things, unless I actually want to incorporate their personality into mine. That's when I'm actually going to be looking and incorporating them into my personality. Otherwise, if it's a random person, don't fucking take the way they talk or the way they say this or the way they say that, unless I intentionally bring it and put it into my personality. Don't just catch on random personalities. No, catch on the personalities that I want, and that's it. And with that said, I'm gonna end the video. Oh yeah. to be natural.